Hi everyone, my name is Fab and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about a book that has been very influential in horror and science fiction. I'm talking about I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. This book has been written in 1954. It's a post-apocalyptic science fiction that talks about a man that is trying to survive a pandemic that has spread all around the world, turning everyone into blood-sucking creatures. So what has been different in this book from other books about vampires is how Mason described these creatures. They're not like the monsters that we are used to from folklore or from the movies. In this book, the vampires are very slow, they're not very smart, and they resemble more the figure of the zombie that we all know about. It actually inspired the creation of this new figure, because before this book zombies were a totally different thing. They were like puppets in the hand of a master puppet, something like that. They were controlled by someone else, and this is what inspired also the movie by George Romero, Night of the Living Dead. In fact, between the two stories there are some similarities. There are people that are stuck inside their home, and there is a menace outside that is trying to kill them, and it's the same in this book. So basically this book talks about a man called Robert Neville that is surviving a pandemic, as I told you, and is kind of immune to this disease that is spreading, and he doesn't know why, but he's alone. He thinks he's the last man surviving this apocalypse. He's trying to barricade himself into this house because every night as the sun comes down, these blood-sucking creatures come to his house because they want to kill him. And they try to destroy windows and doors. And every morning he has to start all over again and trying to build everything that has been destroyed and try to make his house vampire proof. What is interesting about this book is how Matheson described the way in which vampires can be destroyed. So all the things that we know, like steaks, garlic, crosses, sunlight, and all these things are explained in a scientific way. So this is a really interesting point of view that has never been explained before, because we know these things from folklore, but they're not really explained. Some of them are, like the cross, because it's something that is religious, and the vampire comes from darkness and is abandoned by God in a way. So that is explained, but we don't know about garlic and other things like this. And it's the first time, because usually these elements are just given and we don't know how they work on the vampire. But in this book they have kind of an explanation. So what I think about this book? This is a hard one, because I had high expectations about this book, because everyone talks about this one and everyone loves it. I actually don't love it, I'm sorry to say that. Even if it's a classic in science fiction and horror fiction, I enjoyed it, it's not bad, but there was something missing, in my opinion, in this book. I think what Madison had in his mind was for us to empathize with this character that is alone and is depressed. There are heavy topics in this book, like alcoholism, depression, and suffering, but I don't think they're dealt in the right way, because I couldn't really empathize with this character. I don't know why. Maybe it was just me. Maybe you did. I don't. If you read this book, you did. I know. I don't know. But the fact that maybe I was reading this while we were on lockdown, so I was stuck in this house. There is a menace outside that is not a vampire, but is a virus, and so we're living a pandemic as well. And I don't know. Maybe reading the same thing in a book, I don't know, maybe I couldn't really empathize with this character, even if I should have, but I didn't. I don't know. There was something missing. I think it's what instead I found into the movie adaptation, the last one with Will Smith. By the way, there are three movie adaptations by this book, and the first one is The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, that is from 1964. And the second one is The Omega Man with Charlton Heston It's from the 70s, I think it's 72, but I'm not sure, 72 or 71, I don't know. And the last one is the one with Will Smith, I Am Legend, that we all know of. But in that movie, even if it's the less appreciated because it's not very close to this book, there are very different things between them. I don't know, I could empathize with Will Smith character. In this one, no, I didn't. I don't know. From the three adaptation, probably the closer one to this book is the first one, The Last Man on Earth. But they changed the ending on that one, so it's a bit different. The most interesting part of this book is probably the second half of this book, because the first part is like a preparation for what is coming, because Neville wants to know how this disease spread and how it works, so he's trying to find an explanation for this disease, and if also trying to find a cure, because he wants to see if it's possible to cure these vampires that he is seeing around during the night. The first part, in my opinion, was a bit slow, and it was kind of like the movie The Last Man on Earth, that is a bit boring for me. I didn't really enjoy it. Even if I liked some other Vincent Price movies, I didn't really enjoy that one. I think it was not really good. Anyway, this is a classic in science fiction and horror fiction. It blends this genre together, so I think this is also why this book was so phenomenal at the time, because it was something different, something never seen before. But I didn't really loved it like I should have, probably. Maybe I should give it another read in another time when lockdown will be over, and maybe I will enjoy it better. But I don't know. There was something missing, and I think what was lacking was this empathy that there was with this character. Because given there are these heavy topics, I thought there would be more depth into it, but actually I couldn't find it. Maybe it was my thing. I don't know. Anyway, if you want, give it a read, because it's a classic, and it's the basic probably for horror genre and science fiction. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And if you have some opinions about this book, or if you have some questions about it, just leave a comment down below, and I'll see you into the next one. Bye.